Hiya, I'm Ian, and I just wanted to ask you a question this morning. How do you remember things? Now, Facebook memories can be great at helping us remember things from our past, but then the earliest posts I've got on Facebook are about 2008, so there's plenty of life that happened for me before that. So sometimes, we look at old photographs. Have you ever been taken right back to somewhere by a sight or a smell, a taste, a sound? Our senses are amazing and they trigger memories for us. Now, sometimes memories are individual, like the first time I was taken to a Chinese takeaway. I didn't have a clue what to order, but I still remember how great the chicken fried rice that I ended up with tasted. Sometimes memories are shared and remembered by a community, a nation, or even the whole world. On the 11th of November, as a nation, we stop and remember those who have fallen in war. We remember because we must never forget the horrors of those times, the sacrifices of those who died, and we must never allow ourselves to return to those dark places. We remind ourselves to work for peace. As Christians, we remember major events in our faith, Christmas and Easter being the two biggest. Easter moves around. Do you know why? Well, it's because the Bible tells us that Easter happened at the time of another major festival, this time a festival in the Jewish calendar called Passover. And when the events of Passover took place, dates were calculated by the phase of the moon. And so today, both the Passover festival and Easter are not fixed by what we recognise as our regular calendar. Passover is a festival that remembers one of the most significant events in the history of Israel. The time when, as a nation, they were liberated from bondage in Egypt and started their journey to the land that God had promised to their ancestors many, many years previously. As part of celebrating Passover, there are certain foods that are eaten. Whilst the story is retold, songs are sung and prayers are said. The whole family is involved, from the youngest to the oldest. The senses of hearing, of taste, of smell, of touch and sight are all used to help remember those events from thousands of years ago. The story of those events is a story of miraculous events. Plagues across the land, the parting of the Red Sea to allow all the people to cross, and escape from the pursuing army. The people remember how amazing God is and how much He loves them, because they must never forget. As Christians, we remember Easter in particular. We remember the events, but also the significance of those events. How, through Jesus allowing Himself to be killed, He made it possible for you and for me to have all the wrong things we ever did to be forgiven, and to restore the broken relationship between us, humans, and God. The events of Jesus' life and death and resurrection are things that we believe must never be forgotten. So we tell the story, and at times we eat and we drink to help us remember. We all have things that we want to remember. The events that have shaped our lives, people, places, and actions. I'd love to be able to tell you more of my story, and the others in LRCC would love to tell you more of their stories and explore how our lives fit together and how our story has shaped our lives. Do get in touch if you'd like to find out a bit more, because we love talking about our faith and our God. There's a lot in the story. I'm still discovering new things in it all the time. Have a great week. God bless you.